The appointment of Hansi Flick as Barcelona's head coach during the summer transfer window of 2024 was a controversial decision by the club's management. Now, as we reach the end of the first half of La Liga, perhaps we have a clearer picture of Barcelona's style, strategy, and potential under his leadership. In today's video, let's take a look back at the highlights, challenges, and difficulties Hansi Flick has faced during this fascinating period in Spain. Let's dive right in. Taking over a team plagued by on-field challenges and upper management instability is never an easy task. But Hansi Flick has taken on the challenge with determination and clarity. With the characteristic precision of German coaches, Flick has emphasized that instilling a disciplined work culture is the key to bringing positive changes at Barcelona, especially with a squad featuring many players in their early 20s. AS has revealed details about the strict principles Flick has implemented at the club. He requires all players and staff to arrive at the training ground at least 90 minutes before sessions begin. Leading by example, Flick is often the first to arrive at Ciutat Esportiva. With training sessions starting at 11:00 a.m., the mandatory check-in time is set at 9:30 a.m. To monitor physical fitness, players must weigh in before each session, with all data meticulously recorded and reviewed weekly. Training sessions themselves focus heavily on physical preparation and typically last 1.5 hours, excluding warm-ups and cooldowns. On average, players spend around 5 hours daily at the training complex, with Flick limiting rest days to a maximum of 1 per week to maintain discipline. Nutrition and recovery are also major priorities for Flick. The team eats together at the Ciutat Esportiva canteen, where meals are prepared under the guidance of team nutritionist Silvia Tremoleda. While players' diets are customized to their training needs, all meals come from a carefully managed buffet. In terms of recovery, Flick has banned early morning return flights after late matches. If a game ends at 9:30 p.m. or later, and the return flight exceeds 1.5 hours, the team stays overnight in the match city to ensure proper rest. In addition, Flick has eliminated financial fines for rule breaking, instead emphasizing personal accountability. He believes players should understand their responsibilities to the team without needing monetary penalties. An interesting example of Flick's meticulous approach emerged during a recent training session. Despite Gavi's long-standing habit of playing with untied shoelaces since he was 6 years old, Flick stopped the session to insist the young midfielder tie his shoes properly before resuming training. This small but symbolic act highlights Flick's commitment to discipline and detail. Flick's philosophy has introduced a fresh tactical approach to Barcelona, revolutionizing both their attacking and defensive strategies. In attack, Barcelona's organization has evolved significantly, addressing a key weakness from the Xavi era. Under Flick, Barca's offensive play has become more direct while maintaining patience in their build-up. This balance provides the forwards with ample space and time to finish plays more effectively. Key attackers have flourished under Flick's system. Robert Lewandowski continues to boast incredible numbers, scoring 112 goals in 88 matches under Flick's management. 17-year-old Lamine Yamal has proven remarkably effective on the right flank despite his young age. Perhaps most surprising is the resurgence of Rafinha, who seemed destined to leave last summer after underwhelming performances in prior seasons. Unlike his teammates who shine in fixed roles, Rafinha thrives in a more free-roaming position across the front line. His responsibilities include linking play, off-the-ball runs, pressing, and scoring. Flick has tapped into the quintessential traits of German attacking football through the Brazilian: energy, work rate, runs behind the defensive line, ball-carrying speed, and clinical finishing. Barcelona's attacking efficiency is evident in the numbers. Despite a rough patch of 6 poor results, Flick's squad remains the highest-scoring team in La Liga with 50 goals and boasts the league's best expected goals, XG, rate at 1.8 per match. After a dominant victory over Espanyol in match week 12, Barca's scoring rate exceeded 3 goals per game, with their goal difference surpassing the combined total of the 5 teams directly below them in the standings. Defensively, Flick's impact is equally significant. His high-intensity pressing and synchronized offside traps rely on a compact, advanced defensive line. This strategy has been tailored to Barcelona's current resources, particularly given the absence of key defenders like Ronald Araujo and Andreas Christensen during the first half of the season, as well as the departure of midfield maestro Sergio Busquets in 2023. Well, the statistics underline this defensive approach. Barcelona averages nearly 7 successful offside traps per game, the highest across Europe. Their 4-0 victory over Real Madrid in match week 11 epitomized this tactic, forcing Los Blancos into 12 offside situations, including 8 for their marquee signing, Kylian Mbappé. With a reinvigorated approach to both ends of the pitch, Hansi Flick's Barcelona continues to show signs of tactical brilliance and promise for the future. Barcelona's dream start to the season has taken a downturn over the past month as challenges have begun to mount for the Camp Nou outfit. From holding a 9-point lead over Real Madrid and riding a wave of confidence, Barca has now dropped to 3rd place, trailing the league leaders by 2 points, having played 1 game more. Squad depth has been a glaring weakness for Barcelona since the beginning of the season. The attacking trio of Robert Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Lamine Yamal lacks adequate replacements, with Ferran Torres and Ansu Fati failing to meet expectations. Dani Olmo, despite a promising start, has been plagued by injuries and off-field issues, including complications with registration for the second half of the season. In defense, the absence of Ronald Araujo and Andreas Christensen remains a significant setback, leaving Pau Cubarsí and Íñigo Martínez as the only reliable options in central defense. Hansi Flick's preference for a high-intensity, high-line defensive approach has further exacerbated these issues. For a team competing on multiple fronts with lofty ambitions, the lack of depth presents a daunting challenge. Many of Barcelona's defeats this season have stemmed from one simple cause: the inability to field their strongest lineup due to various reasons. The absence of Lamine Yamal, in particular, has been alarming. Barca has lost 3 games and drawn 1 in the 4 matches where the young Spanish star was not in the starting 11. Adding to the on-field struggles, Barcelona's financial and administrative woes continue to loom large. These constraints limit Flick's ability to bolster the squad during transfer windows, forcing him to make the most of existing resources. Reviving underperforming players, as he has done with Rafinha, might be Flick's only viable solution for navigating the remainder of the season. The effectiveness of Barcelona's offside trap has come under scrutiny in recent times. Several goals have been conceded in a recurring pattern. An opposition playmaker anticipates Barca's high defensive line attempting to execute the offside trap, while their primary attacker acts as a decoy, leaving space for a teammate to make a run from deeper positions. A prime example of this issue was the second goal conceded in the defeat to Atletico Madrid. Rodrigo de Paul, recognizing the intent of Barcelona's defense to catch him offside, paused momentarily and delivered a perfectly weighted pass to Koch, who was making a late run behind the defensive line. Hansi Flick will need to put considerable thought into diversifying Barcelona's tactical approach in the coming weeks to address this vulnerability and adapt their style of play more effectively. The psychological strain on Barcelona's young core players is an unavoidable challenge. The team relies heavily on young talents like Pau Cubarsí, 17, Lamine Yamal, 17, Gavi, 20, and Marc Casado, 21. While these youngsters have shown remarkable form and resilience, even in high-pressure matches against top teams, navigating the unpredictable nature of a full season demands seasoned experience and the ability to adapt under intense competition. Adding to the concern, Barcelona has lost matches despite creating significantly more opportunities than their opponents, a stark contrast to their early season dominance when clinical finishing allowed them to secure emphatic victories. For instance, Barca generated 2.67 expected goals (XG) in their 0-1 loss to Liga and 2.72 XG in their defeat to Atletico Madrid, alongside 6 clear-cut chances that went unconverted. If this trend persists in future games, it will no longer be dismissed as mere bad luck. Instead, it will present Hansi Flick with yet another challenging problem to address in his quest to refine Barcelona's consistency and efficiency in front of goal. Hansi Flick's impact on Barcelona during the first phase of the season is undeniable. From a team plagued by issues both on and off the pitch under Xavi Hernandez, Flick has injected fresh energy with a dynamic and vibrant style of play, rekindling hope for the club's return to its position as one of Europe's elite. However, recent signs of inconsistency and mounting pressure have surfaced. These challenges mean the German tactician will need to implement innovative solutions and strategies to keep Barcelona on course and sustain their competitiveness, especially against the Madrid Giants. What are your thoughts on Flick's tenure so far? Do you believe he has what it takes to build a strong and resilient Barcelona? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more exciting football insights. Until next time, goodbye and see you in the next video.